Senator Manny Pacquiao kicked off the country's election season by filing his candidacy for president with an unexpected running mate. Meanwhile, some former lawmakers have filed their respective COCs as they seek re-election. Metro Manila remains under alert level 4, but more establishments have been allowed to reopen. A South Korean broadband firm is suing Netflix after the traffic surge brought by hit show Squid Game. Meanwhile, the popular show also paved the way for a certain South Korean treat to gain worldwide fame. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know to jumpstart your weekend. I'm Riza Diaz. Presidential candidate Manny Pacquiao chose a seemingly out of the radar Lito Atienza as his running mate. How exactly did this unexpected tandem came about? Gregorio has the story.
The country's election season has officially begun. Candidates have started to file their certificates of candidacy on Friday. Waiting for them at the Sofitel Hotel in Pasay are throngs of supporters clad in banners and shirts. Many of them have been waiting for presidential aspirant Senator Manny Pacquiao, but they were in for a surprise when he arrived with his politico in his iconic floral polo. Buhay Party List Representative Lito Atienza is eventual running mate.
Congressman Atienza po dahil una po yung pagsiservisyo niya sa taong bayan ay matagal na po ang ilang taon na po. More than 50 years ang kanyang pagsiservisyo, paglilingkod sa bayan at nakita ko yung sinseridad niya.
Not the first surprise this election though. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno just paired himself with a Dr. Willie Ong. For a political pundit, this seems to be the new name of the game.
Well, we've seen this already in 2015 in the run-up to the 2016 election. So it's not going to be impossible to see more surprises happening in the next few days.
Pacquiao and Atienza seem to be kindred spirits. Their religious belief weighs heavy on their stance against same-sex marriage and reproductive health, save for Pacquiao's favoring of the death penalty. But there's more to unpack with Pacquiao and Atienza's filing. They're bannering Cebu-based party Probinsya Muna Development Initiative or PROMD. The Pimentel camp of PDP Laban earlier nominated Pacquiao as their presidential bet, but the other faction, that of Alfonso Cusis, is endorsing Senator Bongo, raising question as to which is the legitimate PDP Laban. So does this mean Pacquiao is already throwing in the towel?
Alliance po yan sa PDP Laban, PROMD and PCM. Tatlong P po yan. Kaya tinatawag namin ang MP3. Tatlong P po yan na magkasama. At dahil sa may problema po ang ating partido na PDP, pinabuti na lang po na ng napagkasunduan namin na PROMD ang gagamitin natin.
For Atienza, they're just being pragmatic.
Dahil yung PDP Laban dalawang piraso. Meron naman solid political party na nag-endorse at mag-nominate sa amin. Kaya ako naman, maluwag sa akin tanggapin yung PROMD since hindi naman bago sa akin yung kanilang ideolohiya.
Day 1 filing concluded with 6 presidential aspirants, 3 for vice president, 14 for senator, and 18 party lists. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
Vice presidential candidate Lito Atienza says the opposition unity talks are a failure. Speaking to the chiefs, Atienza said that the unity talks were doomed from the start because everyone was gunning for president. Atienza also seemed to take a dig against Vice President Lenny Robredo when he commented that the time for filing has started and is now running out. Hence, decisions must be made.
It was a failure. The talks never succeeded and there was no unity. Yan ang katotohanan. From the very start, it was doomed because everybody was angling to run for president and no one was willing to slide down to run for vice president.
Atienza also refuted claims that Pacquiao is not a true opposition. He said that just because someone kept quiet does not mean they are not against various decisions made by the administration.
There are times when you have to be prudent. You keep quiet. So may panahon para sa lahat eh. Now everybody's talking.
14 aspiring senators have filed their candidacies on Friday. Antique Representative Loren Legarda was the first to file for the senatorial race under the National People's Coalition Party. Former Senate Secretary Lutgardo Barbo is eyeing a Senate seat under the Pacquiao-led faction of PDP Laban. Sorsogon Governor Chis Escudero is trying to make a Senate comeback as he filed his COC through his lawyer. Senator Rizal Ontiveros is also seeking re-election for another term in Senate under the Akbayan Citizens Action Party. Former Pagsanhan Mayor Abner Afuang, who ran in 2019 midterm elections but lost, will take a chance again as a senator. Other senatorial candidates include an engineer, a retired policeman, a security guard, and a businessman. Aspirants for local positions have also filed their COCs on Friday, with many seeking re-election, including Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto. JC Cosico with the story.
Seeking another term, Pasig City Mayor Vico Soto filed his certificate of candidacy in Comelec Pasig Friday morning. His parents, actors Connie Reyes and Vic Soto, accompanied him, just like they did in 2018. The 32-year-old hopes to surpass what he has already done for the city.
Sa procurement pa lang, sa pagbubukas pa lang ng bidding, nasa 1 billion pesos per year ang natitipid ng gobyerno na dating napupunta sa korupsyon. So yan pa lang ang laki na ng reforma na napakilala natin.
But unlike his maiden run, Vico this time will be fighting alongside a partner. Running as his vice mayor is former Pasig Congressman Dodot Jaworski Jr., who is breaking his 14-year hiatus from politics after losing to former Pasig Mayor Bobby Eusebio. He says Vico convinced him to give it another shot.
Mayor Vico asked for my support, and I told him I'm willing to help him in any which way I can. Nais kong ibaba ang council sa grassroots. I don't think it's right na ang tao pumipila sa City Hall para mapakinggan ang kanilang mga hinaing.
Over in Quezon City, Mikey Belmonte, who will run as 2nd District Councilor, was first to file his COC. Father and daughter Godofredo and Shaira Liban also filed to be councilors of QC's 2nd and 5th districts respectively. Former TV reporter Dolan Castro is also giving it a try as he files to be 1st District Councilor. Valenzuela Mayor Rex Gatchalian this time is seeking a House seat. In a tweet, Gatchalian said this will be his 3rd term should he win in the polls. Albay 2nd District Representative Joey Salceda also filed the COC for re-election. MMDA General Manager Jojo Garcia, on the other hand, is set to vacate his post come October 4, as he will be running as congressman in Rizal's 3rd District. The COC filing for the 2022 polls will continue until October 8. For News 5, JC Cosico, We Are One News.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Gyms and fitness centers have been allowed to reopen under Alert Level 4, but only for vaccinated individuals. Gym owners welcome this since they have been preparing for months since they last operated. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez gives us a front seat to the story.
After nearly 18 months in limbo, gyms and fitness studios are finally getting a break. Though Metro Manila will remain under Alert Level 4 for 2 more weeks, gyms have been allowed to reopen at 20% capacity for fully vaccinated individuals. Owners are overjoyed but still have to await specific guidelines from the DTI.
5 full months lang kami nakapag-operate. Kaya sa amin, kahit gaano kaliit yan na porsyento, tatanggapin namin.
The IATF imposed other conditions on them. 1. All gym staff must be fully vaccinated. 2. Face mask must be worn at all times. And 3. No group activity shall be allowed. And the gyms say they've been asking for this for a long time and have studied other countries' experience.
Kami ang nagmungkahi na hindi dapat 1 meter kapag ikaw ay nag-e-exercise. Is anywhere from 2 meters to 4 meters.
The IATF approved the additional 10% capacity for dine-in, personal care, and in-person religion services for fully vaccinated individuals under Alert Level 4. NEDA Secretary Carl Chua has reiterated that the economy can't afford hard lockdowns anymore, with the country's debt ballooning.
Yung ating long-run total cost ng COVID, both to the present and future society, ay aabot na sa 41.4 billion.
Meanwhile, the IATF says it will also soon shorten the quarantine period for incoming travelers. Currently, passengers have to quarantine for at least 7 or 10 days, depending on which country they came from. The National Capital Region will stay under Level 4 until October 15. The IATF so far has not made any decisions on when to expand the 5-level alert system nationwide. Mobile journalist Pamela Vasquez, We Are One News.
Public health advocate Dr. Tony Leachon says that the current alert level system appears to be effective in Metro Manila.
Yung alert
Leachon
level
told 1PH sa totoo lang that the IATF made the right move in retaining alert level 4 status in NCR as the country remains at high risk for COVID-19. Leachon adds that the current system appears to be working as LGUs focus to bring down cases.
So tingin ko tama lang to sa NCR kasi while you reopen the economy, you should maintain lang yung ganyang klaseng alert level system para may balance ka. Sa bagong to, I think it's working.
Meanwhile, South Korean internet service provider SK Broadband has sued Netflix over costs from increased network traffic maintenance work due to a surge in Squid Game viewers. The move comes after a Seoul court said Netflix should reasonably give something in return to the internet service provider for network usage. Meanwhile, Netflix said it will review SK's Broadband's claim and explore ways to work with SK to ensure customers are not affected. According to SK, Netflix data traffic jumped 24 times from May 2018 to 1.2 trillion bits of data processed per second as of September. And it's not just network traffic blowing up because of Squid Game. The hit show is also causing a certain Korean delicacy to gain popularity. More details in this report.
The Dalgona trend is back. The South Korean sweet treat featured in the hit Netflix show Squid Game has become a worldwide hit, boosting business for An Yong-hee, the candy seller who provided the sweets for the show. For those of you not yet in the know, it was one of the deadly challenges where the players had to successfully remove an etched shape from the candy without it breaking apart, or else they could lose their lives. Dalgona is typically sold at a variety of shapes, but the show featured only 4: a star, circle, triangle, and the most difficult of them all, an umbrella. This candy sells for about 2,000 won a piece or around 90 pesos. An Yong-hee has been making dalgona for the past 8 years. He and his co-workers used 15 kilograms of sugar just to make 700 candies for the filming of the show's third episode in June 2020. And since the show went viral, Yong-hee has been working day and night just to meet the surge in demand for the sweet.
간식 요번 드라마 계기로 한국 전통 음식이 전 세계로 퍼져나가고 너무 무한한 관심을 주셔갖고 저희는 이제 달고나인으로서 너무 행복하고 뿌듯하고 자랑스럽습니다.
From selling just 200 dalgonas per day before the show was released, he is now selling over 500, with people lining up as early as 11 a.m. to get the chance to buy the sweet snack.
여기 별 모양으로 만들러 왔는데요. 어렸을 때 재밌게 하던 달고나 게임이 그 드라마 속에서는 실패하면 죽음으로 이어지는 그런 살벌한 놀이로 변해가지고 약간 무섭기도 하고 어렸을 때 하던 걸 다시 봐서 반갑기도 했습니다. 제가 드라마 속으로 들어간다면 아마 주인공.
On the show, the downtrodden players play to the death to win 45.6 billion won or about 2 billion pesos. According to its director, they deliberately chose childhood games so that people can relate to the show. International viewers are also trying their hand at making dalgona, with online retailers selling cooking kits and some coffee shops featuring the game as a challenge. But this time, for fun. Sam Terante, we are One News.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 10 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.